Welcome to Edo International News, straight from the heart of London. My name is Osoriyamu and these are the headlines. We start in the federal capital Abuja, where the Prince of Wales, Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles stop in Nigeria on the final part of their West African tour. Over to Benin City, and social media president of Germany, Eddie Murphy Idahosa, becomes the first member of the Edo diaspora to be banished from the Oba's palace. Straight back to London, and Dr. Loretta Ogboro Okor is asking Edos the big question on human trafficking: why Benin women? Still in London, and a reaction to the selfie that says you can talk carelessly at the Oba's palace and almost get away with it. Still in London, and talking about security matters, delegates from the Edo diaspora are preparing to meet with Governor Obaseki to discuss plans for urgent job creation in Edo State to address the security issues. Elsewhere in London, Mr. Take It Back Omoyele Sowore is arriving this week in Luton, Bedfordshire, where he will be speaking at the Leadership Summit on the 10th of November, hosted by Edo's own Mr. Solomon Aleto. Finally, it's New York, and Mustafa Bello, aka T-kross, has released the biggest Edo record in 2018. He talks to Edo International News. That and many more Edo news, including entertainment, celebrations, and our special of the month, coming right after the break. Edo International News is supported by Loretta Reveals. Now the news. The Prince of Wales, Prince Charles, and his wife Camilla Parker Bowles arrived in Nigeria this week as part of the final leg of their tour of West Africa, which included Gambia and Ghana. The royal couple confirmed they had to pull out of an engagement in the city of Jos due to sectarian violence. Charles and Camilla will visit charities in Abuja later this week, where they will hear about efforts to bring together communities affected by herdsmen activities. Some of Nigeria's most notable monarchs, including the Oba of Benin, the Oni of Ife, the Emir of Kano, and the Sultan of Sokoto, visited Prince Charles in Abuja. The royal pair will also visit the financial center and port city of Lagos. Charles was said to be disappointed at not being able to travel to Jos. Prince Charles last visited Nigeria in 2006. We go to Benin City, where a hugely controversial trip by social media president of Germany, Eddie Murphy Idahosa, has ended up with him being banished from the Oba's palace. The trip to Benin was hot off the back of a video released last month on YouTube by Eddie Murphy Idahosa, where he was seen openly throwing insults at the Oba's palace. The video prompted huge reactions from Edos on social media worldwide, even making members of the Benin Royal Army issue a statement warning Edos on social media to be mindful of what they say about the palace. Eddie Murphy's next reaction was even more shocking. He bought a ticket, traveled to Benin, and went straight to the Oba's palace to take pictures. Some say he wanted to rub it in the faces of Edos and the establishment of the Oba's palace. Mr. Tony Kabaka, who was present at the Oba's palace, said the chief recognized Eddie Murphy from a video he has received.
Now, power youth in the redo on our way, the youth are day. Never win another winner near a good governor, one or winner near. In a give you youth manari a go. The Murphy, my way, my make will be any on up, maybe no yard a go. He may regular, may get the Murphy. Oh, my own way. No one not here born and never do a regular near to big boy now. Chief of Panaware, a chief of Bobo, a chief Fakato on our way. Tony, a guy now, or few back your gua. And now we're at the Murphy where few back your gua. Or walking on one, no, the video. And chief in our we made the video. A chief in our video, a chief in our phone, we can on chat at the Murphy not bar. At the Murphy bar.
Eddie Murphy was shamed and banished, making him the first member of the Edo diaspora to be banished from the Oba's palace. Next is London, and the author of My Father's Daughter, Dr. Loretta Ogboro Okor, has announced she's taking her book launch to Italy in the spring of 2019 in what promises to be an interesting encounter. Dr. Loretta is on the road and asking Benin women the big question on human trafficking. Why Benin women? She's determined to find the answers and how the problem can be tackled properly. Edo International caught up with Dr. Ogboro Okor, and here's what she had to say about her book and her proposed launch in Italy next year.
Igo roto ore uko Italy le moyaro. Eni bi mani ko miele ya travel in Europe. Any of European countries. Ya na la o ebe. In fact, any country like banana la o ebe. Even no ma suffer edema. Even no ma suffer na ya obege. La wo wo. Abishima very ma wala o ma mwe ufome yemena. If you know where in my home with Bena Yeko or Yabuja, in my home are Italy, the early 2019. In fact, I do my round up every year. I'm now finish the entire launching about my father's daughter. Era ije wa debena ni biwa. Everyone die more here. But in the end, the message no way. The message no your man no kede. So that one can read. Wala ho. Why give ma? Nia doa rie ehe ni no ma heke ni maunya. So e bani okay ni ma ha kobo kube. Ni ma mu fo me. Yeme emo ipia ke mi ko. E fo pa ipia ke mi ko. Ni ye ewo we yawe mi no ma heke.
Still in London, and the selfie that almost said you could speak carelessly about the Obba's palace and get away with it was circulated on social media last weekend. Members of the Benin Royal Army have expressed their concern at the palace security for allowing Eddie Murphy Idahosa, a man who threw insults at the palace, to come in and take selfies with Omadas who have access to His Royal Majesty. Enoge Okoro Edusere has put forward a statement that if guarding the palace has become too much for those presently doing it, the Benin Royal Army are ready to step in and take over that function.
Security. Kogionba no makeke no riedo wo yedo o wa we ba o ya re egwa wo edo o ya mu photo o we vie mani ru egwa o we vie akegbe o we gun ya mu photo wo egwa o ye na ye security o egwa ni aka bo mu upa mu we na ya re enable security lapses. It seems it's a porous security. Imaya no baoge gwani yani adaha oge security na male wana imia ni amwe upa muwere ka boge. Then ya ge we iya ti we no keke no ye. I think we gimane the Benin Royal Army. The ma vivi yo kwori
Also in London, and the recent spat of killings and cultism activities in Edo State has become of great concern to members of the Edo diaspora. Delegates from the Edo diaspora, led by Mr. Charles Omorodion, are preparing to meet with Governor Obaseki to discuss urgent plans for job creation in Edo State to address the security issues. Mr. Omorodion says that amongst other objectives, getting the Edo diaspora to leverage their expertise and facilitate foreign direct investment into Edo State will be key. To get involved, please send an email to charlesomorodion@hotmail.com. We're staying in London, and Mr. Take It Back Omoyele Sowore has been drumming up support from Nigerians in his bid to take on the Nigerian's presidency in next year's election. This weekend he will be in Luton speaking at a leadership summit hosted by Edo's own Mr. Solomon Aleta. Edo International caught up with Mr. Aleta, who told us why he is supporting the initiative.
You just have to look at the kind of things he says in his speeches and his seminars and his town hall meetings, and obviously now that he's put himself forward, his vision, especially when it comes to stuff like Spicy Hit. Spicy Hit is his platform. He's got 10 key points that he has categorically said he needs that to change the narrative, to change the part, to cause a paradigm shift within the country. And I agree with him totally. So the question is, why Sowore? Technically, well, it's simple for me, right? We've had enough of the same. Let's put it that way. We do need something new. I'm not just saying this because I believe in what he's doing. No, I'm categorically saying this because I understand what he's trying to do. So that's the big difference. I understand where he's coming from. I understand where he wants us to be. So you look at a situation where he talks about security and says, hey, look, based on Spicy Hit, Spicy Hit is an analog for his program. It's the 10 points program. So you got the S for security, and then you P for power, and then you look at infrastructure, you look at corruption, you look at the economy, and you look at restructuring or research and development, and then you look at health, and then you look at education, and then you look at agriculture, and then you look at tourism. Now you take all of that and you have Spicy Hit.
We pick it up again and go straight to the federal capital, Abuja, where politically a Kanye West and Donald Trump scenario has started playing out. Last month, ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo's son, Olajuwon, paid a visit to President Buhari and openly declared his support for Buhari in the upcoming Nigerian elections. This is going totally against his father, who publicly supports the PDP opposition candidate Atiku Abubakar. If Nigeria is changing, then this is a classic case of change begins at home. Is there anything not possible in Nigerian politics?
Calling on all youths of Nigeria to support, to join hands and come together and support President Muhammadu Buhari, because he's doing great things. Look at what is being done in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the economy, in terms of social welfare. This is the first time that we have a government that is for the common man, that is for the man on the street, for the old women in the villages, in the farms, for the little children that have no home.
Next is our Edo special of the month, Edo Entertainment and Announcements. Edo International News is supported by Loretta Reveals. Now for Edo Entertainment. We go over to New York, and the biggest Edo record of 2018 is out. Mustapha Bello, aka T-kross, is from Fuga in Edo State, resides in New York, but his debut track, Oba Atokpe, is going worldwide. The track is already becoming one of the hottest ringtones in New York and Benin City, and is currently crossing over into Europe. T-kross talks to Edo International News and confirms he will be in London at the earliest opportunity.
Hey guys, my name is T-kross and I'm the boy with an accent. I'm based in New York City, United States of America. It's a huge pleasure to have to talk to you guys. I'm from Edo State, Nigeria, and there's been a lot of questions about how we came about, the song Oba. The song was produced by Chai Keys, mixed and mastered by Swaps. I wrote it, and as to why I wrote it, it's about the pride, the culture of where we're from. Edo people, Benin people, we're a proud people. We love where we're from. We stand out everywhere we go. And considering our history, it's something worth talking about, so the rest of the world would know. The video, I already shot it. I shot it in London. It's gonna be like a documentary, but we shot it in London, and today's 3rd November, so it should be dropping before the 10th, I think. So stay glued to my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all I am T-kross, IAMTKROSS. My YouTube is T-kross. You can subscribe to my channel.
Next is Edo Next Gen, and as part of the promotion for their upcoming launch, they're asking the question, how Edo are you?
When I think about what it means to be from Edo State, honestly, I don't know. However, I know that there's a culture, I know that my cousins, family, they're all cool. I know that I want to know a bit more about it. I definitely want to know how to speak the language. So yeah, I'm excited about Edo Next Gen. I'm looking forward to meeting more Edo people. I'm looking forward to understanding more about our culture, and yeah, bring on Friday the 16th of November.
Still on Edo Next Gen, the CEO of South Bank Club in London, Mr. Harry Obasoha, has just thrown in an offer to host the after party for the Edo Next Gen right after the launch. The launch is on the 16th of November at the Rembrandt Hotel in Knightsbridge. Get your tickets from Eventbrite, and we hear they're selling out quick. We'll be back with Edo Special of the Month and the announcement. Edo Entertainment is sponsored by totalaspirations.co.uk. Edo Special of the Month. On Edo Special of the Month, we highlight it's almost 2 months since Governor Obaseki spoke to President Buhari about the late Professor Ambrose Ali's legacy. Any update? In an Edo Connect interview with Ayo Ali, son of the late Professor Ambrose Ali, he stated that his father is still a convicted felon under Nigeria's constitution, and his mother has not received any pensions from the federal government till date. Well, since Governor Obaseki is paying up pensions and righting the wrongs, Edos would not mind if he followed up on his word and do the right thing by the late Professor Ambrose Ali's family, a man who did so many great things as governor of Bendel State.
This is a personal question. Have you had any benefits from sort of pension, sort of things that other governors, because it's just natural?
Well, let me be explicit that my mother, who is the only person who would be entitled to any pension my father had coming, has not received 1 penny from the Edo State government, the Delta State government, the Bendel State government, or indeed the federal government of Nigeria. In fact, when our father was arrested, incarcerated, tried, cashiered, whatever you want to call it, he had all his property seized, all his bank accounts frozen. My mother also had her bank accounts frozen and had to flee Nigeria, had to borrow money from a friend to buy a plane ticket to leave Nigeria as exile because she was followed by now the DSS, but then the NSO during the Buhari dictatorship.
Edo Special of the Month is sponsored by totalaspirations.co.uk. It's time for the announcement. London, Pastor Monday Bude thanks members of the Edo community who came out to celebrate with him at his retirement Thanksgiving service held in London last weekend. Guests from all over London had wonderful things to say about the man, Monday Bude.
Actually, I'm here to celebrate the retirement of Pastor Ibude.
Pastor Ibude. He's a man I've known for my dad. Actually, he's a father to me now.
Pastor Ibude, who has just retired from the Ministry of Justice. He's a hardworking man, he's a community man, he's a unique man. And what he's saying today,
Pastor Monday Ibude, a man of impeccable qualities, a man that...
Pastor Ibude is an exemplary leader within our community. He's led by example. Today we are rejoicing in his
Next is Dr. Philip Orumese, who also thanks friends, elders, and members of the Edo community who who attended his mom's service of song in Birmingham, England last weekend. Iye Noge Christina Orumese Ni Emoma passed away in Benin City on September 11, 2018. She was aged 96 years old.
A big thank you to everybody that came to my mom's service of songs. It's been an absolutely lovely day. All the people that came from London, from the Sowore Council, everyone that represented the Sowore Council. Thanks to everybody who been here. I'm really grateful.
Well, get your diaries out for the next one because it's party and praise time. Next week, Friday, 16th November, is the Edo Next Gen launch at the Rembrandt Hotel in Knightsbridge. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Christ Apostolic Church of God Mission, the Truth Center, is celebrating its 10th anniversary in a 3-day ceremony ending on November 25th, 2018. Special guest from Benin is the Chief Superintendent, Apostle God's Power Ogbonwa. Before we leave, Edo International News would like to send a special congratulatory message to Dr. Charles Omorodion. Mr. Omorodion has just received his doctorate into empirical investigation into transformational leadership styles and transformational organization cultures in corporate Nigeria. We hope to benefit from your new expertise. Edo International News salutes Charles Omorodion. Well, that's it from us, and see you on the next time on Edo International News. For more information, go to our website www.edoconnect.com. Edo International News is supported by Obaseki Solicitors.